Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to sew on a button. All right. So today I'm going to be sewing a 4-hole button because it's a little more challenging than just doing a 2-hole button. So if you can do a 4-hole button, you can definitely do a 2-hole button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as always, start my knot on the back of the fabric. So I threaded my needle. I'm starting with the knot on the back, and then I'm going to turn it over. And this is where I will start my button. I'll poke it through one of the holes, let it slide all the way down. And with this one, I'm going to go diagonal across to the hole opposite of the one I started in. So I'm going to pull that all the way through. And I'm going to go through those same holes maybe 3 or 4 times. So you can watch, I'll flip it over. I'll go back through the same hole I started in, pull it all the way through, and poke it back down to the front. So I'm just do this 2 times. And you can't find it. There's 3. We'll just do 3 times, okay? And then we're going to switch it so it goes the opposite direction, because now I want it to go through the other 2 holes. So now I need to just use my needle and poke it through so I can find the opposite hole. So you can see I've got it through there. Angle it a little so you can see. Pull it up. And now I'm going to go the opposite direction to be the hole opposite of this one that we're using. So it's going to create an X pattern on our button. So do that one 3 or 4 times. Sewing a button is actually really easy. It just takes a little practice. So you're going to get to practice that in class. Pull it through here, and then there you go. So that's been 3 or 4 times. The next step, which is a really important step to make sure that your button is secure, is to wrap it around the base of the button. I should have picked a different color, but to do this, you've got to go up back to the front, but not all the way to the front of the button, just through the front of the fabric. So I'm poking it up through between the back of the button and the fabric. And then I'm going to wrap the thread around the button 1, 2, 3 times. This is creating some reinforcement for our button so it's sturdy and that it doesn't just pop off easily. And then we're going to poke it back through to the back of the fabric where we are going to knot it off. So I will demonstrate knotting it again right now. Autofocus. So I want to tuck my needle under a little bit of the fabric, pull it through to create a loop. There's my loop, and I'm going to tuck it through that loop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then when I pull it, it creates a knot. With buttons, I always like to do that twice just to make sure it's extra secure, because buttons get a lot of action, right? Like you're buttoning and unbuttoning, and you want to make sure that it's nice and secure. So I'm going to just knot that a second time. 1, 2, 3 times through the loop, and then I can pull it. Make sure that knot is all the way down at the base of the fabric. You can trim off any extra thread. Trim off some of these little loose ones here. And then we have our button. That's it.